We're reforming non-compete clauses to lift wages by up to $2,500 a year for workers covered by them. We've supported an historic wage increase for the early childhood educators and care workforce. And we've backed pay rises which ensure the national minimum wage has risen by almost $7,500 a year. Speaker, we know that Australians, despite all of this, are still under pressure, and a lot of that pressure is felt at the checkout. That's why we're cracking down on the supermarkets. By empowering the competition watchdog, making the food and grocery code mandatory, increasing penalties and boosting competition. At the same time, we're targeting excessive surcharging and scams and unfair trading practices that harm consumers. Speaker, a university education is a life-changing opportunity, but it shouldn't leave Australians with a lifetime of debt. This year we will cut 20% off all student loan debts, raise the minimum repayment threshold and reduce repayment rates. Combined with our existing student debt relief, we will slash $19 billion in debt for more than 3 million Australians. Yeah. Speaker, in every budget, including this one, we have made medicines cheaper. Tonight we reduced the maximum price for a PBS script from $31.60 to $25. Yeah. And pensioners and concession card holders will still pay $7.70 a script because we froze their costs as well. Yeah. We're also investing $1.8 billion to list more life-changing and life-saving medicines on the PBS. For example, cutting the cost of a lymphoma treatment will save some Australians more than $600,000. Speaker, the Pharmaceutical Benefits Scheme is a great Labor creation and it's a great Australian institution. And we are strengthening it because Australians need us to, not weakening it because American multinationals want us to. A Labor government created Medicare as well, and only Labor governments strengthen it. Tonight we are proud to make the single biggest commitment to Medicare since its creation. A record $8.5 billion to lift bulk billing rates and build our health workforce. Because of this investment, 9 out of 10 GP visits should be fully bulk billed by the end of the decade. More bulk billing will mean less pressure on families. These incentives mean there will be around 4,800 fully bulk billing practices around the country, making it easier to see a doctor and get the care that you need, and saving patients around $860 million a year. This budget also delivers new incentives for doctors to train as GPs, new scholarships for nurses and midwives, and another 50 Medicare urgent care clinics. Yeah. This is a $644 million investment in this budget to build on the 87 urgent care clinics that we've already opened. 4 in every 5 Australians will live within a 20-minute drive of an urgent care clinic as a consequence. Opening early, closing late, available on weekends, taking pressure off hospitals and emergency departments, and all you need is your Medicare card. Yeah. Every single state and territory will also get more money for hospitals in this budget, funding that will reduce waiting times. Tonight we're locking in an extra $1.8 billion, taking our total contribution to public hospitals to $33.9 billion next year. Speaker, we're proud to be investing $793 million in this budget in women's health to create more choices and lower costs and deliver better health care for women. This funding will help Australian women save on contraception, access more endometriosis and pelvic pain clinics, and receive better support through menopause. Because for our government, women's health is not a boutique issue or a question of special interest. It is a national priority. Yeah. Speaker, new plans for cost of living and health are accompanied by new investments in housing. We are tackling the housing shortage from every responsible angle, making home ownership more affordable for young Australians and for young families in particular. Our $33 billion plan will help build 1.2 million new homes before the decade is out. This includes $54 million to accelerate the uptake of modern methods of housing construction, which is all about building more homes more quickly. It supports our work to cut red tape and reduce financial barriers to more efficient construction methods. The first two rounds of the $10 billion Housing Australia Future Fund are helping to build about 18,000 social and affordable homes for those who need them most. And lifting the cap on Housing Australia's financial liabilities to $26 billion also helps in this regard. We're making sure new properties are well located and connected to the infrastructure that they require. Our housing support program is funding the crucial roads, water and power that these new homes need. Our national leadership is incentivising states and territories to reform their planning systems to accelerate new housing supply. And to build more, we know that we also need to train more builders. That's why we're attracting more apprentices into the housing industry by doubling incentive payments so that eligible apprentices get up to $10,000 if they train up in the housing construction sector. Speaker, tonight we're expanding our Help to Buy scheme as well. This is part of our efforts to help ensure more Australians can buy a place of their own. We will update the property price and income caps so more first home buyers are eligible for the scheme. And this will help 40,000 Australians buy their first home in the next 4 years. And the changes mean that they can access a bigger range of homes and buy one that suits them. And we're easing pressure on the housing market by banning foreign investors from buying established homes and cracking down on foreign land banking as well.